up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Why did that sound so try-hard, stray boy? That person is letting their 5-year-old child completely hang out of a car on one of the busiest streets where people drive like torso and all, full body weight stuff out of the car. We're headed to LA because I need to get dental work done. I have an emergency dental surgery where I have porcelain crowns put in. And that's because I broke my teeth eating a chicken wing at Buffalo Wild Wings. We love. Sadly, I can't sue because I needed to get those teeth fixed anyway. It really didn't do anything but quicken the process of me needing to get this done. That happened a week ago, and within a week, we are all ready to go. I have sold our extra washer and dryer and our grill. A few other random things that we just had that we aren't using, and then Will and I are really downsizing on clothing. I feel like we have such an excess amount of stuff. We're trying to cut back a lot on our consumption. With that being said, my trunk currently full of a shit ton of stuff that we're selling, both mine and his, to Wasteland. I get to LA at 4:15 exactly, unless something changes and it's pushed back a little bit, so I'm gonna make it to Wasteland for the sales today. Surgery is tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen after the surgery because after I got my wisdom teeth out, the anesthesia, I had a really bad reaction to it. I'm allergic to anesthesia. I don't know why or what, but I was sick for weeks and I literally could not get out of bed for days. We were gonna do an IV for this surgery, but the IV is $800 an hour and it's a 5-hour surgery, and I'd rather not pay for that, especially when the anesthesia is included in the cost of the surgery and insurance covers the anesthesia but not the IV. I overpacked for the 5 days that I'm there. It's kind of ridiculous. I brought 2 computers, a Nintendo Switch, 15 different outdoors. I have all the clothes that was selling. I have food. I have toiletries and just so many different things because I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to want to sit and play The Sims for 4 days straight. I want to start by saying that this has been going on for 15-20 minutes straight. It continues going on further. I am about an hour and a half, 2 hours into this drive, and I really don't understand why everyone's driving like psychopath. It makes sense going towards Vegas a couple days before 4th of July is crazy, busy, the other side. Leaving Vegas kind of makes sense because it's a Monday. People leave on Mondays. Here's the concern that I have. What the fuck is going on and why are people driving like psychopaths? There will be gaps like this, but then someone literally is speeding to ride my ass. Why are you speeding trying to ride my ass when there's no reason for there to be traffic? People keep pulling in front of me and slamming on the brakes and there's no reason, and even though I'm going a cool 80, 85 and staying in that bracket, and I'm trying to keep a gap between me and other people. Maybe the reason that I feel this way is because this is my first road trip without smoking nicotine, and I usually smoke while driving. That's usually my thing. Maybe I'm just noticing things more. I don't know. It's really weird that everyone is driving super strange on the way to drop off the dog on St. Rose Parkway, which is already dangerous. Everyone's going 60 miles an hour. Someone pulled in front of me and slammed on the brakes for literally no reason. There was no car in front of them. There was no car in front of me. So them changing lanes and then slamming on the brakes, literally no reason. And I had to hard slam on the brakes, and I haven't had to do that in a very long time. And then very similar things have just happened this whole time. Even this park ranger law enforcement truck that's directly in front of me drove 95 miles per hour and is riding people's asses, rode my ass 30 minutes straight a couple feet behind my car. And one little slam on the brakes, for any emergency, would have caused me to be in an accident. And he's doing it to other people. Now in Victorville, on that part where it winds, I'm super excited. I am so grateful for Will every single step of every day. Always so clutch at all the right times. The PR job that I was gonna do this week got canceled, and that was gonna be my extra spending coin for while I'm here because the surgery is expensive and everything I've made for the past month is going towards getting me veneers, or crown veneers, or so. They're crowns. I don't know what the fuck they are actually. Will just surprise me with some food, gas, and get me by coin. I need to pee so bad. I was gonna hold out, wait until I got to LA so that I could go eat at Heirloom Pizza, my favorite place. Oh my god, it's so good. Family-owned business, and it's so incredible. I went one of the opening days because Will and I were walking down the street and we saw a sign outside that said, "What if this was the best pizza you would have had in your entire life and you had just walked by?" And I was like, that is a notice that I'm definitely going to take part of because I love pizza, and what if it was? crazy, right? So I'm gonna hold out for that. I'm just gonna stop at a Target and go to the bathroom, walk around, get my legs, like stretch my legs a little bit, look and see at the Legos and the vinyls, and just walk around and grab a little like snack, like one of those like cheese and meat little snacks, because I'm hungry. I definitely want to save an appetite for the pizza because I'm only an hour and a half away. It literally went from desert to greenery and grass to half green, half grass, half desert so quickly. That mountain looks gorgeous in front of us. This is one of my favorite parts of this drive. It is just so pretty. This is one of my favorite parts. This Target is huge. People suck at walking. Every single time I see something Monster Jam, I have to check and see which one it is because my mom is dating one of the guys. So I'm gonna check the vinyls, see if they have Brat. I'm gonna check the Amiibos area, see if they have Amiibos. Oh my god. Oh, it's not a Luxio, but they have a Luxray and an Umbreon. I would love to be able to find a Luxio and a Lucario, because obviously Luca and Lux are both named after Pokemon. But I feel like it's so hard to find, and I honestly don't even know if they exist. So I'm looking for Brat, but the likelihood that they are gonna have it is really small. They don't have Brat, but they have a alternative color. They might not have had Brat, but they have fucking Animal Crossing Amiibos. Getting them all. I did a video reviewing this. I need to return mine. It's in my trunk right now. I just haven't taken the thumbnail yet, so I haven't returned it yet. It's awful. It's terrible. They're discontinuing it. It's one of the worst things I've ever used. But I am gonna grab an extra roll of free shipping. Decided not to get it, thinking I could get it again in the future, and apparently thinking like it'd be easy, and apparently it's not. It was the pink splatter one, the one I actually want, and I'm really disappointed that I didn't buy it then, because it's been impossible to find scents. And I'm just like, bro. She was like, yeah, we're getting one on the 9th, and that's it. We can't see anything else. We're just getting the one. And I was like, well, I'm just passing through, so that doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna check a few stores when I'm in LA. There was literally nothing super about that Target other than that it added 30 minutes to my time. Probably would have been faster to just go to a McDonald's. I wanted to like get out and walk around, and now I'm regretting it. I only have, so I'm gonna get to Wasteland at 4:50 now instead of 4:15. But they stopped buying at 6, so I just hope that like I have enough time to get and do everything. Everyone in that Target was so slow. That's what made it like difficult. I literally spent 15 minutes straight just in line trying to check out, and the lady in front of me, all she had was 2 curtain rods and 4 curtain things. Like, it shouldn't have been that difficult, and I only had 3 items, but it took forever because she was just asking so many questions, and she was like, I'm not gonna sign up for a credit card, but maybe I will. Like, having conversations with herself, and me and the guy are both, hurry the fuck up, like, what are you doing? People have places to be and things to do. I grabbed a Red Bull, a watermelon Red Bull. I haven't had a Red Bull in months, and then I got 3 of my Amiibos. Super excited about that. And just like that, back in LA. Thank God, finally. It's been forever. Once again, ironically, I left at 11:30 noon. Well, I actually left my house this morning at 8 in the morning because I had to bring my dog to our friend's house who's babysitting. I left Vegas at 11:30 noonish, sometime between 11 and noon. And it's 5 o'clock when I got here, and I'm going through downtown at exactly 4:30. So it's not the worst that it's gonna get so far, but it's definitely not the best. However, the exit I'm getting off on, Melrose and Normandy, ironically, townhouse that Will, Steph, and I all lived at together, is directly off that exit. So it's always nice when I get to see that home. Although the amount of packages that the Real sent to that house that I just like didn't get because I updated my address with the Real and then I requested clothes to be shipped back to me that I was selling. They shipped it to that house and the person who lives there wouldn't give it to me. It's happened several times. The Real's had to pay, but it's like disappointing because I'd rather have clothes that I wanted back. It's kind of crazy how literally right off of the freeway exit it was. The really, really crazy part about it is that Santa Monica to Melrose towards downtown is always the worst traffic. So we would be sitting in like 20 minutes worth of traffic to go one freeway exit. And all of the exits off of Melrose and Normandy are like really dangerous and really bad, and the on-ramps. That's where Steph, Will, and I got in that car accident where someone hit us because there was no stoplight and they ran the stop sign. There's our old townhouse, our old gas station. This is wild being back in our own stomping ground. I made it to Wasteland, thank God, finally, and I found parking right outside, thank God, because I had to walk with this box and this bag and my Birkin, which I'm not selling, by the way. It's just has all my stuff in it. It's so difficult to get all this in here by myself, but I did it, and we're here, and we made it before the buying window closed. Okay, so I sold stuff for like $500, and I'm really honestly shocked that I got that much, and I still have like 90% of the clothes. Anyway, I found something in Brett Green, and I was gonna wait to try it on in the fitting room. They then started playing Brat, so I was like, I have to do it now. It's Bottega, and it's not that bright. I think that it's not the right shade of green and it's too big. But it is iconic that the second I picked it up, they started playing rap. I love these jeans. Come on now. These are sick. Okay, now there's the jeans with a come to go on shirt. It's fully see. I don't think I'd ever actually wear the shirt, but I still love the jeans. Okay. I've been wanting a jacket very similarly to this for a while. Kind of a vibe. Definitely giving. But the jacket and the jeans are the same price, so fuck. I've been wanting these exact jeans for years on the Roro. I'm so glad I never bought them. What is that? That doesn't work for me. What the fuck are those? I bought a shirt at Wasteland. It's kind of iconic. I'll show you when I get home. I also put the jacket and the jeans on hold. They are going to hold them till 8 p.m. tomorrow so I can have my surgery first, see what I have left over from all the stuff. And now I'm at 2nd Street selling clothes. And I think they're going to buy some shoes. If they give me more than what the other stuff I wanted was, I'm gonna go back and buy the jacket right now. If they don't, then I'm gonna go buy the jacket tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Not really sure yet. I'm just waiting. I'm still hungry. I think Heirloom is open on Mondays. I'm not entirely sure. I hope they're open on Mondays. I'm gonna head to the hotel, check in, since the hotel's like an hour away. Check in and then probably go to a movie. It's right across the street from an AMC, so I might do that. I was gonna keep vlogging in there, but the security guard kept asking me so many questions about my camera. I was like, what is that? It's so small. Like, and was talking to me the whole time every time I would try to talk. So I didn't. But there was a group of like 4 teenagers that literally looked like the teenagers from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And I like swear to God, the main black girl in that movie with the braids, that like the main girl, the lesbian, there was a girl that looked exactly like her in a North Face Gucci hoodie. They was in the Wasteland on the phone with her dad, screaming like, "Why the fuck are these parental controls on my phone? You can control everything I'm doing. I'm not okay." Like in the middle of this like 2nd Street, I think I said Wasteland before, but in the middle of 2nd Street, like screaming about it, and the security guard and everyone is like looking at her, and she's just like sitting there like for 20 straight minutes, just talking to her dad on the phone, like really mad about having parental controls. And all of her friends are like also dripped out in like chrome hearts and like North Face and like Gucci and like designer, and they're all like 16 years old, like gossiping with this girl while she's on the phone with her dad, like screaming at him. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like scared for when Will and I have kids, especially because we'll likely be living in LA at that point, and oof, scary. Our kids will not be like that. We're gonna raise them with respect. I mean, $200 from that. There was like $250 I could have made from Wasteland that I was like, no, I'm gonna keep the clothes from. Their selling hours are closed right now, but I could technically sell more. And I have more stuff I have to bring to Crossroads, but I think that their selling hours are already closed, so I'm not even gonna worry about it today. But there's a jacket and a pair of jeans that I want so badly, and at least I want the jacket, like for sure. I think I'm gonna go get the jacket right now because I do have the money for the jacket, and then I'm gonna hold off on the jeans. Those are on hold for another 24 hours, so I'm gonna wait and see if I like sell anything else or if I like really want the jeans. But the jacket, the Budweiser jacket, I've wanted a Budweiser like racing jacket for a really long time. Ever since Madison Beer wore one in like 2017 or 2018, like I've wanted one so badly, and that fits so well, and I felt so good. So I think I am gonna get that jacket. I'm gonna go there right now, and I'm also gonna see if Heirloom Pizza's open because I'm hungry. And then I'm going to go to the movies. Melrose has always had some of the most beautiful sunsets. If you just like stand on Melrose and look, because it goes straight, and it's just so beautiful. I secured the pizza. I got 2 slices because I wasn't really that hungry. I've been super busy and running around today, so I just haven't wanted to eat that much. Like when I get super busy, it's so hard for me to like have an appetite, which is super annoying. Literally the second I walk in, like right when I walk in, every single time they're like, "Oh my God, Christian, it's been so long since we've seen you," because I came there opening day, and I've been coming for 3 years, and it's my favorite place, and I've always hyped it up, and Will and I have always hyped it up on the channel. So if you go back to like 2021, when we lived at the townhouse that I showed you earlier, that's when they opened. We have hyped this place up since the beginning. We've always loved this place. You've got to see the pizza. I got slices this time instead of a full pizza, like I said, and their slices are big. Yay! Their crust is so fucking good. It's like salty. It's the only crust in the world I like. This shit slaps. This alone is like worth never leaving LA for. This is so good. If you're ever in LA, go to Heirloom Pizzeria on Melrose. Let them know Christian sent you. The owners are the ones working. They're the only ones that work there. Let them know I sent you. They're gonna be hyped because they know me. I've been supporting them since day one. I'm gonna eat this pizza and go check into the hotel. I'm having this like thought process right now that I was originally gonna wait until I got to the hotel so I could like sit on the balcony and talk to you guys about, and it wasn't like a full vlog in the car. I don't want to forget anything I'm thinking, so I want to do it now. I'm driving down La Brea, about to turn onto Franklin and get on the 101. I've realized that I feel a specific way about LA that I've never felt before. Every other time I've been here, I've like either hated it after a while, or I've driven into the city and immediately been like, I'm so excited I'm not here, and then I just have to be here for a few days. I'm realizing LA is kind of home to me. Like, it is home. This is where I have my coffee shop. This is where I have my pizza place. This is where I have my stores and my restaurants and my favorite things. At Heirloom, they asked me what my favorite restaurant was in Vegas, and I literally couldn't think of anything. All I could think of were my favorite restaurants in LA. And I was like, oh, I really like this Mexican restaurant I went to one time because the vibe was cool, and I really like this Korean barbecue place that I went to with Taylor because I went to it with Taylor, and it's more of like the people I was with than the actual things. And I don't have my coffee shops in Vegas. I don't have my places, and I do here, and I feel really content here. I'm kind of piecing together a lot of thoughts that I thought about throughout the day. When I first arrived LA, I was super excited to see the city, and then I was excited that it was 75 degrees and sunny, and the sunsets are beautiful, and I just was so excited about it. And then I went to Wasteland, and I was like, this is where I met my future husband. I'm sitting in here, and I'm sitting in Wasteland, and they're playing Brat, and everyone is dressed so well, so impeccably. All the workers have such a great vibe, such a great style. All the people shopping have such a great vibe and such a great style. It just feels like these are my people. I can wear whatever I want here and it be not looked at as like crazy. And I mean, yes, I could do that in Vegas too, but really I can only do that on the Strip, and here I could do that anywhere. It doesn't matter where in LA I am. I could be myself without fear of judgment. Yeah, I was sitting in Wasteland, and I was watching the people, and I was like, everyone looks so fashionable and everyone is so nice, and literally within the 5 seconds, and I'm dressed like shit. I'm wearing Lululemon and a hat. I had people be like, oh my god, I love your bag, please tell me about it. And like we sat and talked about it for like 10 minutes, and then I had like multiple other people just walk up to me and like talk to me, like the security guard, about the camera, and like no one does that anywhere else. Like maybe like not even New York, because everyone's so like on their own shit. But here, like everyone is so social and so involved, and they're all dressed so well, and it doesn't even have to be like expensive stuff. I'm just talking about the vibe, like the outfits, the put together, the energy, like the effort is there. It made me feel really at home. And then being in a place where it's like I met my future husband here, and then I went to 2nd Street, and it's like, okay, well, this is the first time I ever saw Will shirtless, was when he left the fitting room doors slightly open so I could watch him. And that was right after I met him at Wasteland. And then we went to Cha Cha Matcha, and that's our coffee shop, and then Heirloom is our pizza place, and we went the day they opened, and the people know us, and it just feels very differently being here than it ever has before. Because any other time I've been here before, I wasn't like focused on healthy things at all. Obviously, I've been sober. I've been California sober because I've smoked weed. But I cut like most caffeine. I only have caffeine like once a week, if even. I cut soda completely, saturated in sugar and like fake things. I'll occasionally, like I got a Red Bull today because there wasn't really much else to get. Really didn't want to get a Coke because I didn't want to like train myself to like that again. This is the first time I've ever been in LA since my entirety of being in LA, where I wasn't chasing a man. I wasn't chasing the idea of men. I'm disgusted by going to WeHo. Like that's like, and not even because the WeHo is disgusting. Like it was my place at one point, but like it's not anymore. I wouldn't want to go without Will anyway, because I'd want to dance with Will, I'd want to make out with him, I'd want to show off, I'd want to be with him. And any other time I would have gone, it was so that other people can look at me. And this is the first time I've ever come here where I'm not really like, I don't really care about followers and fame. Like I'm enjoying filming all the different content styles that I've filmed, like the LA vlog that I've done so far, my hiking, the photography. I'm starting to find the things I'm passionate about outside of the fake reality I created. This is also the first time I've been here sober. First time I've been here where I'm not chasing a friend. I've had Nicolette and Emily and Matt and Steph and everyone in love, like everyone, they all were such a large, great part of my life, and they've all done such amazing and negative things, but at the end of the day, they did impact who I am today in a good way, regardless of what any of them did in the negative. I was always chasing something. I was chasing the drugs or the alcohol or the lifestyle or the clubbing or the friends or the people. This is also the first time where none of my friends are here. Like it's just me. Yeah, I have Liv and Lexi and like Colby, but those weren't ever any of the friends that had bad influences on me. They weren't the ones that were taking me out all the time and making me drink and making me do drugs and things like that. Liv was like, why don't you come down to Long Beach and we'll watch the Eras Tour movie and watch the sunset and go sit on the beach on Wednesday. And like that's my kind of vibe. Look at how beautiful this city is. And I've never really appreciated it. Obviously, I've appreciated bits and pieces of LA, and it's been such a huge aspect of my life. But I really like feel home in a way that I've never felt. Like I want to raise my family. I want to be able to take my kids to the place I met their father, to my favorite pizza place, and to my favorite coffee shop and to the beach where I set off my great grandma's, where I watched the bioluminescence, and where like all of my memories are here. My whole life is here. First 17 years of my life I was in Florida, but that wasn't really my life. I was living someone else's life, my parents, and the reality that they wanted me to pretend to be. Here, I'm myself. I pretended to be someone else here for a really long time, and this is the first time that I'm not. And honestly, the city is beautiful, and I'm looking at it in such a different way. I'm admiring the people. The 17-year-old girl who was bitching on her dad but in a stylish little outfit, and she looked bomb doing it. Like, she looked great bitching on her dad. They're like iconic. Like, her, I don't know if her dad deserved it or not, and I don't care, but she looked cool. And her vibe was there, and her friend's vibe was there. And there was a girl at 2nd Street that was shopping on a Monday, walked in a red mesh cocktail dress and some fur boots that go up to her knees with a buzz ball, and was like having the time of her life, and was like laughing with the security, and was like, can you watch that? I don't want to make sure, I want to like make sure nothing happens to it. And like, it was just so fun, and like everyone is in a fun mood and a fun vibe. It's just so different, and I'm learning to appreciate lots of aspects of my life in different ways that I never have before. If you watched my reel on TikTok and Instagram when I went on the hike, my mindset is completely different than where it was even a couple months ago, even a month ago before I went sober. I'm in a completely different place. Being in LA, and the only thing I can think about is my partner and my family, the things I love and my hobbies. Nothing else. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, when's the next party? Like, when's the next drink? Oh my god, it's Monday, I've got to go to Toka, you know? It's just, it's not me anymore, the reality that I used to live here. And the reality that I'm living here right now, and yes, I've only been here for a couple hours, but like, I love it. It's beautiful. I want to move to a fucking house near the beach, Pacific Palisades, or be a Brentwood mom, Brentwood dad, or whatever. Essentially raise my kids with my husband in a city that we met. It's beautiful. I don't have anything to chase. I don't have anything to focus on. I don't have anything to worry about anyone. There's no one telling me I need to be a certain way. Removing all of the negative and toxic people out of my life, going sober, being myself, making the content I love regardless of the views, making the photos I love regardless of how it does. Everything I do, I want it to be something I'm proud of. I want it to be something that I enjoy, that makes me happy. Started that when I went sober. I've never been happier than I am right now, than I have been lately. Like, between the hike, between this, life is beautiful. I'm so appreciative. I'm so grateful. I have the best family in the world, both chosen and birth. Not everyone. There are some people I don't like in my family, but to each their own. Everyone has someone they don't like in their family. Otherwise, I have everything I could ever want, and I'm very, very, very content with where I am in life. I don't really need much more. I'd like to have more. Like, I have my dream car is a Porsche Taycan. It's been my dream car for 4 years. That's an obtainable dream car that I could have by 30. Whereas, like, before I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a Urus and a fucking R8, and it's like, no one needs that. First of all, if it happens, it happens, and if I can do well and get to that point, great. I'd love to have that, but no one needs that. No one at all. And I don't need to strive for that. I'm only 24. I don't need to be the like, oh my god, I'm so young, I need to buy a house, I need to do this. And I'm always thinking about the next thing. That's how I've lived my life for the past 24 years, was what's next. I never just took in what I had. I was never grateful for what I had. I was never happy with what I had, and I feel like that's probably why I never did well. Probably why I was never fucking happy. Why I ruined all my own relationships with all of my friends and all of my family. Why I destroyed my relationship with Nicolette, Emily, everyone. Because I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't content. It was always, what is the next thing? Great, I have this now. What can I do now? What can I do next? What's next? What's here? I'm at this party on Tuesday, but what party's tomorrow? I'm on drink 2, but I'm already thinking about drink 4, kind of, essentially. I slowed down a lot. Very, very grateful. I'm very happy with where I am, who I am, and who I'm with. Everything in my life is just exactly where it needs to be. If I get to a place where I can afford to live in Malibu and have my dream Porsche Taycan and have my husband and my 2 kids and live my life and not be stressed or worried, I think that'll be good enough for me. And you know what? It's still out of reach. Like, a house in Malibu is still expensive. It doesn't need to be a mega mansion on the PCH, but like, still gonna be a journey. This isn't an overnight dream. It's an attainable dream that I have, that I've had for years. And I realize that I don't need anything more than that. I don't need 15 cars and 40 handbags and 6 closets and a closet room, and I really don't. I want the few pieces that I want to hand down to my kids. I want the few things that I really love, people that I really love, food that I love. I want my dream Porsche. I don't need a McLaren. I don't need a Rolls Royce, like, I'm content. And even if it takes me 10 years to get to that point, 20 years to get to that point, I'm living in the moment and I'm happy with who I am and where I am now. And that's all I have to say. Look at that sunset. It's so beautiful. The world we live in is so beautiful. I'm so grateful to be in it. We're gonna end this part of the vlog here. I am settled in the hotel. I completely unpacked last night and then I just ordered some McDonald's and I passed out so early, which I really wasn't expecting to do. But I feel so well rested. Today's the surgery, so it's gonna be the next day of the vlog shortly. I want to end this vlog with a unboxing of some Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. Super excited. I've been looking for these Amiibo cards forever and it's just been so hard to find. I figured the Target and Rancho Cucamonga would probably have. I'm excited. I really want Marshall. I don't know what other ones I want, but I want Marshall. I like the way Marshall looks. I used to be a huge Pokemon fan. Like, well, I still am. I didn't used to be a huge Pokemon fan, but I used to buy Pokemon cards and I still did up until 2022. I wonder if it's the same. So I'm gonna take the top one off and put it on the bottom because that's kind of what I did with the Pokemon cards. Let's see. The top one, Marty. It's a bus with furniture. Oh, are these ones different? Oh, chai. I think that these are just to buy the furniture. Oh, I got Rila with all the Hello Kitty furniture. Oh, I thought that these would be the people cards that like let you move in with them. Okay, well, it's not the same as what I thought they were. Oh, these work all the way back to New Leaf. Yeah, it's not the same that I thought it was, but I mean, it's still something. Like, it's still cool. I don't want to negate the idea of it. They were only $5. They're just not the people ones. I thought these were the ones where like the people could move in with you and stuff, and I really wanted the Marshall one. Okay, I got a second Toby, a second Chelsea, Hi, Atoll, Marty, and Rila. Oh, are these all the same? I'm not gonna open the third one. Wait, I'm gonna return the third one because these are a carbon copy, exactly identical as the first set I got, which is really disappointing. And I don't know if I can return opened ones. Anyway, that's fine. It just wasn't as exciting as I thought it'd be. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm gonna get ready for the day. Today is the surgery. I'm gonna try to get my eyebrows done and a few other things. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Love you guys. Bye.